How to Raise Godly Children in Today's World. A guide for parents and guardians. Please sit back and listen till the end. Raising godly children in today's world is both a sacred responsibility and a serious challenge. The world our children are growing up in is very different from what many parents experienced. Social media, peer pressure, economic hardship, changing moral standards, and exposure to conflicting values are shaping the minds of young people every day. In the middle of all this, the question many parents are asking is, how can I raise my child to know God, love God, and live for Him in this generation? The truth is, raising godly children does not happen by accident. It is intentional. It requires patience, consistency, prayer, and example. The Bible says in Proverbs 22:6, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." This means that what we plant in children early will guide them later in life. Let us look at practical and spiritual ways parents and guidance can raise children who will stand firm in God despite the pressures of today's world. First, parents must understand that children learn more from what they see than from what they hear. A child who sees their parents pray, read the Bible, forgive others, and live honestly will naturally grow up seeing godliness as normal. But when a parent says one thing and does another, the child becomes confused. If a father tells his child not to lie but the child hears him lying on the phone, the lesson is lost. If a mother teaches kindness but speaks harshly at home, the message is weakened. Children copy behavior faster than they obey instructions. So the first and strongest way to raise godly children is by living a godly life before them. Second, make God part of everyday life at home. God should not only be mentioned on Sundays. Children should grow up hearing prayers in the morning, before meals, and at night. They should see that the family depends on God for protection, provision, and direction. Simple practices can shape a child's faith, family devotion, even if it is just 10 to 15 minutes. Reading Bible stories together, singing worship songs at home, teaching them to pray in their own words. These small habits build a strong spiritual foundation. Third, teach values early and consistently. In today's world, children are exposed to many wrong ideas very early. They see people becoming rich through dishonest means. They hear others celebrate corruption and shortcuts. Without guidance, they may begin to think this is normal. Parents must teach honesty, respect for elders, contentment, hard work, kindness, fear of God. Explain to them that success without integrity is dangerous. Help them understand that pleasing God is more important than pleasing people. Fourth, protect what enters your child's mind. Phones, television, and the internet can influence children strongly. They are exposed to content that can shape their thinking, language, and behavior. Parents must be watchful without being harsh. Know what your children watch. Know the kind of friends they keep. Talk to them about what they see online. Guide them to use technology wisely instead of allowing it to raise them. This is not about control, it is about protection. Fifth, build a strong relationship with your children. Many children today learn more from friends and social media because they cannot talk freely with their parents. A child who feels safe talking to you will open up about their fears, struggles, and mistakes. Listen to them without shouting immediately. Correct them with love. Let them know they are valued. When a child feels loved at home, they are less likely to seek acceptance in the wrong places. Sixth, discipline with love and wisdom. Discipline is not punishment driven by anger. It is training. Children need guidance and correction to understand right from wrong. But correction should not break their spirit. Explain why something is wrong. Teach consequences. Help them learn from mistakes. Balanced discipline produces responsible and respectful children. Seventh, take them to church and involve them in spiritual activities. Let them join children's church, choir, Bible study groups, and youth fellowship as they grow. These environments help them build faith and meet friends who share good values. But remember, church cannot replace parenting. Church supports what is already being built at home. Eighth, pray constantly for your children. Parenting is spiritual. There are battles we cannot see. There are influences we cannot control. But prayer can reach where we cannot. Pray for their protection, their character, their future, their decisions, their friends, their purpose in life. Many great destinies are preserved through the prayers of parents. Ninth, teach them purpose. Help your children understand that they are not just born to exist. God has a plan for their lives. Encourage their talents. Support their education. Teach them to use their gifts for good. A child who knows they have purpose is less likely to follow the crowd. Finally, be patient. Raising godly children takes time. There will be mistakes. There will be moments of worry. But do not give up. Seeds planted in faith grow with time. Even when a child seems to drift, the training, prayers, and lessons will remain in their heart. Today's world needs children who will grow into honest Justin-s, compassionate citizens, and strong believers. And that journey begins at home. When parents choose to guide their children with love, faith, discipline, and example, they are not just raising children, they are raising a generation that will stand for God in difficult times. And in the end, the greatest success is not just raising rich children, but raising children who know God, love righteousness, and live meaningful lives.